Welcome to the Carmelite Quotes Podcast, where we share Carmelite wisdom to encourage and inspire. Today, we delve into the theme of Mary and motherhood with insights from St. Edith Stein. Join us as we explore her profound reflections on the vocation of women, rooted in her essay, The Ethos of Women's Professions. Let's begin. In today's episode, we focus on the role of Mary as a model of motherhood and the vocation of women as articulated by St. Edith Stein. Edith Stein, also known as St. Teresa Benedicta of the Cross, was a brilliant philosopher and a discalced Carmelite nun who wrote extensively on the nature and dignity of women. From 1923 to 1931, Professor Edith Stein taught German and literature at the Girls' High School and Teachers Training Institute of the Dominican nuns at St. Magdalena's Convent in Speyer, Germany. The essay, The Ethos of Women's Professions, is based on a lecture given by Professor Stein at the Autumn Convention of the Association of Catholic Academics in Salzburg, Austria. This meeting, held from August 30 to September 3, 1930, focused on Christ and the vocational life of the modern person. Edith gave her lecture on the ethos of women's professions on September 1, 1930. And in this lecture, Edith Stein defined ethos as a constant spiritual attitude that gives a definite, uniform character to changing behavioral patterns, and the attitudes manifest themselves through this character in external action. She explained that there are attitudes acquired on the basis of natural tendencies, relating to the natural proficiencies and virtues, as well as to divine virtues, which constitute the holiness of a human being. Let's listen to this powerful quote from St. Edith Stein. The image of the Mother of God demonstrates the basic spiritual attitude which corresponds to woman's natural vocation. Her relationship to her husband is one of obedience, trust, and participation in his life as she furthers his objective tasks and personality development. To the child, she gives true care, encouragement, and formation of his God-given talents. She offers both selfless surrender and a quiet withdrawal when unneeded. All is based on the concept of marriage and motherhood as a vocation from God. It is carried out for God's sake and under his guidance. We see that St. Edith Stein highlights how Mary, the Mother of God, embodies the spiritual attitude that aligns with a woman's natural vocation. Her relationship with her husband is marked by obedience, trust, and participation, supporting his objectives and personal growth. To her child, she offers genuine care, encouragement, and helps nurture the child's God-given talents. This role involves selfless surrender and knowing when to quietly step back. All these aspects are rooted in the understanding of marriage and motherhood as a divine vocation, carried out for God's sake and under his guidance. In this lecture, Edith Stein's insights extend beyond just marriage and motherhood. She emphasized that no woman is only a woman. Like a man, each woman has her individual specialty and talent, enabling her to engage in professional work across various fields, including artistic, scientific, and technical disciplines. Edith argued that women possess the capability to excel in any discipline, even those far removed from traditional feminine vocations. She noted that vocations requiring a sympathetic rapport, such as nursing, education, and social work, are especially suited to women. Moreover, the same spiritual attitude necessary for a wife and mother is also needed in these broader professional contexts, extending to a wider working circle. As we reflect on St. Edith Stein's words, we see how Mary serves as a perfect example of motherhood and womanhood. Her life demonstrates the balance between active involvement and contemplative withdrawal, always oriented towards God's will. And of course, this perspective aligns with the teachings of the Catholic Church, which emphasize the dignity and unique vocation of women as reflected in documents such as Mulieris Dignitatem by St. John Paul II. In today's world, these virtues are ever more essential as women navigate their roles within the family and society. The example of Mary invites all women to embrace their vocations with faith, trust, and dedication to God's plan. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Carmelite Quotes. We encourage you to explore more about St. Edith Stein and other Carmelite saints on our website, carmelitequotes.blog. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast so that you can receive notifications of new episodes. We have exciting plans to bring you more Carmelite quotes after we conclude the Marie du Jour series at the end of May. Thanks for sharing this podcast with your family and friends. You all can listen on our blog or on any of the major podcast platforms, including Apple, Audible, iHeart, YouTube, and Spotify, where we publish our episodes. And by the way, ICS Publications offers the benchmark English translations of the collected works of St. Edith Stein. The book Essays on Woman appears as Volume 2 in the ICS collection. So visit icspublications.org to find this volume and more works by and about Edith Stein. And let's remember, in following the example of Mary, we embrace our true vocation with grace and faith. So may her humble obedience and steadfast love guide us in all our endeavors, lifting us closer to God's infinite love. Until next time, blessings from Carmel.